Good afternoon. I'm Gasia Mikaelian.
And I'm Mike Meebeck. California is now offering up more than $6 billion in incentives to school districts that open up their classrooms by the end of this month. We brought you the governor's announcement live in the last hour here. And this news comes as the state is now setting aside a specific amount of vaccine doses just for teachers. KTV's James Torres joins us live this afternoon with the story. James.
Yeah, a lot of news to ingest here, Mike, for teachers and school districts. That governor's conference still going on right now. He's still taking questions from reporters. And the governor is telling us that he doesn't want to have to wait for counties to fully reopen before they send students back to school. So that means some of these school districts within counties that are in the most restrictive tier of the state's reopening system can have access to this more than $6 million package to help schools reopen. Now, for school districts within counties in the purple tier, they can access the money if they create a plan to send back students, TK to second grade, back to the in-person instruction model. For students where counties are in the red tier, districts I should say, they'll need a plan for all elementary school students to return and one grade in middle and high school for them to get access to that funding as well. The governor says those plans do not need to be approved by local teachers' unions. He did break down what exactly that $6.6 million will help do.
$2 billion specifically for grants to help with in-person instruction. Those are grants that can provide more PPE, though we have set aside 3 months of free PPE, for ventilation, for spacing, for issues related to health and safety. $4.6 billion of the $6.6 to deal with reimagining the school year, giving districts flexibility, looking at school days, looking at intervention, deeper intervention to address kids' wellness.
Districts will have until the end of the month to achieve those goals, to have access to that funding. Teachers will not be required to be vaccinated under this agreement. But despite that, the governor is still pushing for those vaccinations. Starting today, the state will reserve 10% of its vaccine supply to education workers every week. He says at minimum 75,000 vaccines will be set aside for teachers. This week, on Thursday and Friday, California's 2 FEMA-run vaccination sites, one is in Oakland, they will be deemed educator vaccination days. I did reach out to the California Teachers Association for a reaction to this announcement and any comments, and I've still not heard back. Reporting live, I'm James Torres, KTVU, Fox 2 News.